At a mega rally organized by Rahul Gandhi and the Vadra family against the 𝐨𝐼𝐼𝐼 and what he calls vote chori turned into murderous political rhetoric, slogans calling for the grave of the Prime Minister were openly chanted. Can a party wish death on the Prime Minister of India and call it public anger? Well, a top Congress leader, a district president of the Jaipur Women's Congress, Manjulata Meena, specifically chanted, saying, Modi teri kabar khudegi, aaj nahi to kal khudegi. Please listen to this, please.
Modi teri kabar khudegi, aaj nahi to khudegi.
Deliberate and repeated call for violence against the Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lowest of the bar of our politics, where you turn to abuse, calls for violence, and a threat to the life of the Prime Minister. Now, why would Rahul Gandhi be so frustrated that he would ask his top leaders, his leaders, to call for either a physical attack or violence on the Prime Minister, and calls for death to the Prime Minister of India, the most popular, the most loved political leader of the country? Now, Rahul Gandhi is down to this. And I just want to say this today, that they want to target the Prime Minister because he is the living, breathing shield of Bharat. They want to eliminate him. They're calling for the elimination of Modi, so that these foreign-driven, deep state, conspired political game, whatever this ecosystem does abroad, they're trying to target India. They conspire abroad because they've used every weapon in their arsenal, but they've not been able to target Modi, even beat Modi. They've roped in the deep state, they've parroted every anti-Indian narrative, they've conspired with foreign forces, and they have failed. They have failed. Ladies and gentlemen, Congress was named as a client of Cambridge Analytica. Please remember, viewers, every foreign tool they have used. The conspiracies outside the country to try and have regime change in India. After all, what was the Hindenburg report? The unsubstantiated reports by a tainted, now defunct third-party organization. It was all, again, a foreign conspiracy targeted at regime change in India. Did the Congress party not sign an MOU with the Chinese Communist Party, knowing that this is the ruling establishment in China? Knowing that if you sign a deal, Sonia and Rahul, why did they sign that agreement, which today they can't even own up to? They signed it. Xi Jinping forced them to sign it. Now, what they signed, what they agreed, why they did this? The point is, all these conspiracies are outside India to do something in India. Now, you have a Prime Minister who says, my family is my country. The country is my family. Who has no personal interests. None at all. Who, on the other hand, says that I'm only going to work for national interest. Against whom you cannot find a shred of evidence of any wrongdoing after 11 years as Prime Minister. So you want to carry out a change by calling for violence against the Prime Minister, by saying you eliminate the Prime Minister? Viewers, please note everything that's going on. Remember Soros, deep state, every word I have said. Remember it again when you hear these words. Modi teri kabar khudegi, aaj nahi to kal khudegi. Why are they saying that they want to eliminate the Prime Minister? Because Soros would love to see Modi out of power. Soros is putting billions to make sure there is no nationalism in India, to make sure Modi is not Prime Minister. And do not forget, Rahul Gandhi met Ilhan Omar in USA. She's totally pro-Pakistani and anti-Indian. The picture of the meeting exists, so you can't even deny it tomorrow. You can't even say that I didn't meet Ilhan Omar. This is the same Ilhan Omar who went to the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, who has been funded and sponsored by the Pakistani government. And she's the person Rahul Gandhi had deep meetings with. Why? They don't want these questions asked. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is this. What did Manishankar Aiyar say when he was influential in Congress circles? He went to Pakistan and said, help us remove Narendra Modi and get back to resuming dialogue with us. Which means, remove Modi, we'll be back to business with Pakistan.
ये कि वो भी एक सॉवरेन मुल्क है और कि उनकी भी इज्जत है और उस इज्जत को कायम रखते हुए आप उनसे जितनी कड़ी बात करना चाहते हो करो, लेकिन बात तो करो। बंदूक को लेकर आप घूम रहे हो।
This entire Eliminate Modi campaign, viewers, is not even anti-BJP, it is anti-Modi. It is anti-Modi, ladies and gentlemen. The election of Narendra Modi has been seen by these people as the backsliding of democracy. I don't understand this. People who are from the center-right get elected everywhere around the world. Meloni in Italy, even Boris Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, center-right. Even Donald Trump, very much center-right. But if Narendra Modi is elected in India, then at the World Economic Forum, you have Soros and others who say this is a frightening setback in India, where a democratic state is now turning into a Hindu nationalist state. This is the Soros thinking. Why did Hindenburg happen? What was the word or the organization behind Hindenburg? It was an organization called OCCRP, which came out with a report in August of 2023. It was not an attack on Adani, it was an attack on Modi. And Rahul Gandhi had jumped into the Pegasus bandwagon. Again, OCCRP first claimed that the Indian government had tried to infiltrate a spyware on its journalists' phones. There was an attempt at creating a big halla in India for this. The point, if you look at all the examples I have given, from Pegasus to Soros, to the Congress asking for Pakistan's help, to Hindenburg, to Cambridge Analytica, and the MOU with China. You have a situation where people who are connected to this 𝐨𝐼𝐼𝐼 Congress ecosystem have used every possible foreign point to carry out regime change in India. And when that does not happen, then you say the election has been stolen, vote chori. When that doesn't work, when you lose elections, then what do? You say, let's eliminate the Prime Minister. And when this is recorded on a tape and a video, and it's shown on Republic, you say, we never said it. Or rather, you end up saying, we didn't mean what we were saying. What did you mean? What did you mean? These people, they want a grave for our Prime Minister, but not for the terrorists. In the case of the terrorists, they question the strike. They say, where does the Republic have the sabut? Where does the government have the sabut? They question the strikes. बालाकोट strike, they question the numbers.
गवर्नर कहते थे, उसके बदले में आप बालाकोट में हमला किया, सारे देशवासियों के अंदर एक जोश पैदा हो गया कि हमारे देश बदला ले रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद हमें कोई जानकारी नहीं मिला, क्या हुआ ना हुआ कोई जानकारी नहीं मिला। हमें चश्मदीद गवाह के साथ ये देख पाए हैं कि हमारे एक MiG-21 को वहां क्रैश होने देखा, हमारे एक C-17 हेलीकॉप्टर को हम लोग तबाह होते देखा फ्रेंडली फायर में, उसमें 6-7 हमारे एयर पर्सनल उनको हम शहादत होते हुए देखा। कहे गए थे कि पाकिस्तान के F-16 को मार गिराया, पता नहीं कहां गिराया, और बालाकोट में असलियत क्या हुई पता नहीं।
And they wish death upon our Prime Minister. We just are supposed to sit here and not question these people. The point is, the Congress and the 𝐨𝐼𝐼 family is so entitled. They've had birthday parties on aircraft carriers when they were kids, these people. And pictures were taken of birthday parties on aircraft carriers. And they to be displayed that this is how entitled we are. They thought they were the royal family of the country, who would have birthday parties on aircraft carriers with admirals standing in attendance. And now the people of India have said, no more of that dynasty, take it away. So you say vote chori, you say eliminate the Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the people who shed tears when Afzal Guru was hanged. Now Shashi Tharoor every day is indirectly putting a job application to join the BJP every day. BJP should remember, same Shashi Tharoor, same Congress ecosystem said the hanging of terrorist Afzal Guru was wrong. When Shashi Tharoor puts his application, job application, to switch political sides, let him also say there that he had said that the hanging of Afzal Guru was wrong. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, the same thinking makes Mallikarjun Kharge say today that Operation Sindoor is chut-put war. They will say all this. They'll call for the elimination of the Prime Minister. My dear viewers, sometimes words reveal a lot. Sometimes body language does. Sometimes slogans do. This is a classic case of all three coming together. We cannot look aside when such calls are made. We must ask the 𝐨𝐼𝐼 Congress, if you've lost, it's your problem. You have no right no right at all to use these words or have this intention about the democratically elected Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi.